Lowe's knows how to help make your home holiday ready for less. Get Select Style Selections vinyl flooring for just $1.99 per square foot and have it installed before the festivities begin. Our team can help you every step of the way. See a Lowe's Red Vest associate or visit Lowes.com/holiday install to get started. Lowe's, we help, you save. Basic install only. Date restrictions apply. Subject to availability. Installed by independent contractors. See associate for details. Contiguous U.S. only.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Welcome, everybody, to 90 Day Fiancé Fridays on a Sunday so we could talk about Happily Ever After in this gripping episode that taught us so many things we didn't know. What's good?
Hello. Yeah,
Hello.
we're here. We're here to discuss the underwhelming episode of Happily Ever After tonight, which featured a second wedding by Brandon and Julia when no one even wanted to watch the first one. So yeah, we went through that tonight, and I'm sorry that you guys had to go through it, but this is where we are. This is what we're dealing with this season.
True. So who do you want to talk about first?
I mean, there wasn't a lot to work with. Like, I know tonight was the announcement that everyone was expecting from Jasmine. She disclosed what everyone was speculating last week with her full length fur coat scene. But I mean, I don't think we should start there, because if we start there, what else are we going to talk about? So we should probably talk about, I guess, the Libby and Loren showdown, where they met up at some place and they fake fought each other, and they acted like they were angry with each other. And where's Angela when you need her, right? Like, I really wanted some action, right? Like, I was like, I want to see this. I want to see them go at each other. And in true Karen form, they both sat there terrified to get in each other's face. So it was kind of like a huge letdown for me.
Yeah, Lauren had her eye rolls and her eye bulging going, and they were both kind of cunty toward each other, but it didn't get that intense. And then at one point though, she says, like, you know me and we're very private people, which I thought was kind of laughable.
Everything that comes out of Lauren's mouth is laughable. Like, to be real, like, Loren is, I don't even know the best way to describe Loren, but she's the fakest person in the world. I thought it was funny though, because they were having like these back and forth, like, who's the faker person? Like, you told him about the body shaming, and this is stuff I told you in confidence. And I was like, if there was an award for the fakest person, you both would get one. Right? Like, there's no fight between who's the faker friend. You're both fake people. And it's funny that Libby even considered Loren a friend, because we all know that Libby's not allowed to have friends. Andre doesn't allow that. So the idea that Libby was like, oh, well, she was my friend. And I was like, well, that's a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie, because we know that Andre didn't even let you talk to your own sisters. So I know he didn't let you talk to her. So that's BS.
Did you notice the part where Libby was like, I don't know if it was in the argument with Lauren, but at some point she said on the show, like, if Andre, if he talked about my looks even one time, I would be done with him or something.
Yeah, I saw that. I think that Libby is not aware, because her defense in that fight was, your husband is like emotionally or verbally abusing you or whatever. And everybody was like, well, isn't that kind of like what your husband has been doing to you since y'all been married? And I think that she's one of those people that will call out other people's issues in their relationships, but not her own. Because I thought it was really funny how they had personal conversations, like, and I have very personal conversations with my friends all the time. But the very first time that they had a falling out, Libby was ready to air out every personal thing that she knew about Loren on TV.
Hmm.
And that's how I know that Libby doesn't have any friends, because people who do that, the second that they are mad at you, they turn on you and they start airing out your dirty laundry. That person is incapable of having friends because they
Hmm.
don't know what friendship is. Because I know things about people that we're not friends anymore, and I actually dislike the person greatly, but I still didn't go and air it out just because we're not friends anymore, because that's not what a friendship is. When they told me that, we were very close, and it's going to stay with me. And even though we had a falling out, I'm not going to, the first opportunity I get, I'm not going to go and turn on people. And that's why I have friends, right? And I have people that trust me with lots of information and lots of personal things, because I know what a friendship is supposed to look like. And you could tell that Libby doesn't. You can tell that Libby has never had a real friend, because people who do that, you've never had anyone who actually was your friend, because you turn on them.
Yeah, but I think
The
they
only
both.
friends she's had is her family, and that's it. And even then,
Well, her family can't even stand her anymore because of Andre. Like, Andre has made it to where she's so isolated that she can't have any other friends. And the
But
thing came up tonight where they were like, Andre was reading the text messages, and then Loren said that she doesn't believe that. She thinks that Libby like went and personally told him their conversation. Does that really matter? Like,
uh, but,
if
but but like I think like I think though it's one of those situations where they neither of them have a storyline, so they have to like bring up all the dirt and the drama because otherwise there's no reason for them to even be on this season.
Well, no, I agree. There's nothing going on between the six of them. There's
Mm-hmm.
nothing going on, and I do think that that meeting between the two of them, that was, the producers were like, "Oh, you should confront each other." After what happened, I don't think either of those Karens, they're the scariest girls you'll ever meet. I don't think that they ever would have confronted each other without the camera producers telling them to do it. Because Loren is the type, well, she'll talk about you online and post subliminal stories about you, but she would never confront you. She's one of those people that say they don't like you, but then when I happen to show up at an event that they're at, they smile and hug me and want to take a selfie. Like, she's one of those. Like, she wouldn't bring you that same energy that she had online in person, because she's a scary Karen.
Yeah, well, though she was kind of when Libby was like, "Do you want to like hug?" and she's like, "No, I don't want a fake hug."
Well, yeah, because they're both fake, right? Like, I feel like
Mhm.
Loren, I don't know. I don't know her personally, but I feel like Loren is incapable of having like real friends too. Because I've seen her Instagram and her stories and how she is. And it's like, people like that, they're so full of themselves that they don't have enough room in them to maintain other types of relationships. Kind of like Jasmine. Like, she doesn't have any room in her to love anybody other than herself. There's not enough love to go around. And I feel
Yeah,
like that's how they are too.
like if you gave Jasmine $1 billion, then like all of her friends would just be the people that work for her.
Well, yeah, Jasmine doesn't have any friends. And I think it says a lot when you have a million followers damn near and no actual friends. Like, that says a lot about you. Like, you can't even maintain one relationship with anyone. And I think that says a lot. And Libby is definitely one that can't maintain a normal relationship with anyone outside of her husband. Loren, I've never seen Loren hanging out with anybody. And then, did you notice tonight Brandon and Julia had a whole wedding and didn't invite anybody? Where were
Yeah.
Where's their friends? Do they not have friends either? Like, what's the deal with that? Like, not
they
one
do
single.
have friends. They had those friends at the beach or whatever, or at the
What?
park, and they had the kid or with them or whatever.
Yeah, we've never seen those people again, and they weren't even at the wedding.
Well, maybe they were just hired by production.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, they don't have any friends. I'm telling you, they don't. Because when you get on a show like 9 Day Fiance, the first thing your friends do is call you to try to get in one of your scenes.
Hmm.
So the fact that they had another wedding and the only people they invited was their parents, it showed me that they don't have any friends, which doesn't surprise me. It's the people that fit into the narrative of this show typically can't maintain normal relationships.
Yeah, I think like Brandon and Julia's only friends are like other 90-day people and shit.
Right. And you know how fake that is.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Mhm.
We all know firsthand how fake the cast members are.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so Jovi and Yara and Gwen were on tonight and they were discussing buying a house in Louisiana, which I don't think is a real storyline because they already live in Miami. And this was Yara's, I think, first or second choice of where to live. So I think this is all BS. Don't buy into this. Oh, they're looking at houses in Louisiana. That's complete BS. And the fact that they have a really big budget, I think their budget is like $1 million. Like if they bought a house in Louisiana for $1 million, wouldn't they be able to buy the entire state of Louisiana? Like they would just own Louisiana. Like so, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be living in Miami. So this is don't get caught up in the BS.
Yeah, I think Yara likes too much like going to, like a fancy restaurant brunch on Sundays and going to expensive restaurants and shit like that and buying handbags and all bullshit.
Yeah, Yara fits into Miami very well, and I think Louisiana. She already lived in Louisiana too. A lot of people forget they lived there for a couple years, and every moment that she was there, she absolutely hated it. And as a Louisiana native who grew up in Louisiana, I understand. Like Louisiana is Louisiana, and it's never going to be anything different. And if it's not for you, you know pretty early on. Like I knew when I was like 8 or 9. I was like, well, I definitely don't want to live here. Right. Like I knew pretty early on. So when Yara got there and it smelled like pee and she was like, oh, I don't want to live here. She knew what she was talking about.
True. Just real quick, I'm looking at my tweets and stuff. Like, just to reiterate, sorry, I'm going backwards or something, but just so sorry, I just want to get this one last Lauren thing out there where she said, you already mentioned it, but I'm gonna mention it again. It's like, me, and we're very private people. And then my tweet says, very private people that are on reality TV, and every time she has an argument with someone, it goes up on her social media. So that was my tweet.
Oh, that's actually really good. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing about her life is private. Even when she's mad at like a company or something, she goes directly to her social media to yell. So
Mm,
yeah, private people, you would never know what's going on with them because they don't talk about it. I know everything that's going on with her and I don't even follow her. So
mm.
that's how not private Lauren is. Like it doesn't get any more not private than that.
True. And then about like Brandon and Julia, when after the wedding, when they're all out to dinner, were you shocked when Ron was like, Betty, shut up?
Yeah, I was shocked. I was shocked. I had never seen Ron show any masculinity in the relationship. I guess I don't know if that's the right word, but I'd never seen him take charge like that, especially towards her. It always seemed like she was the one wearing the pants.
Dance.
Yeah, so I was a little shocked and that caught me off guard. Like out of everything that happened in those scenes, everything else was nothing. That caught me off guard. And I was like, that's interesting. So I wonder if he actually puts his foot down with her regularly, because we don't see everything. So I was like,
Mm.
then I had questions about their relationship because I was like, maybe Ron, does have a pair of pants that we just have never seen. Like maybe this isn't what I thought it was.
Well,
Maybe
like,
he was just annoyed and tired of going the back and forth and hearing these women argue in like English and Russian. Because let's be honest, I was getting sick and tired of it going back and forth. So I don't blame Ron.
the one thing that I was like, it was kind of when everyone was kind of berating. I know this was all for TV, but they're all berating Julia about like the pregnancy stuff. And then Ron was the one also was that was actually kind of sweet, and he was like, "Hey, like it's kind of her body, her decision. Like everyone kind of like get off her back a little bit, let her, stop pressuring her and stuff."
I mean, but he wasn't wrong, right? I said this on my other podcast because I was like, if so, they were
Yeah.
pressuring her to start a pregnancy. Like, let's say it was the opposite and she was already pregnant and they wanted her to end the pregnancy. You definitely wouldn't pressure a woman to end a pregnancy. So, why do you get to pressure a woman to start one? Like, it should always be her decision and when she's ready. So, Ron wasn't wrong. It was
No,
just, it was,
but no, I'm saying I'm saying I'm not saying he was wrong. I'm saying this was nice. It was kind. It was sweet of him, and he was right to what he was saying.
no, yeah, he was
Yeah,
right. It's no one expected it.
yeah.
Because it's usually the Betty show. So nobody
Mhm.
really expected Ron to have a voice, I guess is the best way to put it. Like people were really surprised that he had one. And people are questioning like, where did it come from? Has it always been there? Does he use it? Is it something that we're gonna see more of? Can he teach Brandon how to do it? Like everybody has a bunch of questions now.
True. All right. Okay. Then there was the Cara and Guillermo stuff, but I don't know. What did you think of their scenes?
It was a little awkward for me, like the
Mm,
when the next morning when they woke up and they were like trying to like talk to each other and you could tell that they really didn't want to be around each other. It actually felt
yeah.
kind of real. I rarely feel real scenes, but I
Mhm.
really feel like that was a pretty real scene that we were watching. That awkwardness and the tension definitely seemed legit between the two of them. So they might actually really be a real storyline that's actually happening in real time that we're watching. Like that's really how they feel. They're really fighting. They're really not seeing eye to eye. They might actually be breaking up. Like I think that it might be legit.
Yeah, I mean the awkwardness between them is like kind of crazy that like they don't even seem like a married couple with like a baby. They seem like people that were like are into an arranged marriage and they hate each other or something.
Were they ever really a married couple with a baby though? Like I kind of feel like this was over like a long time ago. Like I
Mhm.
feel like Cara and Guillermo have been like falling apart pretty much from the start. So I always wonder that. I was like, how much of a real relationship was this? And when did it actually start to fall apart? Because we know that they broke up over a year ago, but shit probably was bad before that too. Right? Like so I really wonder how long did it really take for them to both wake up one day and realize that they probably shouldn't be married?
Yeah, I don't know, but it at that point in these scenes it felt like Japanese water torture or something.
Well, yeah, you could tell that they really, if they had their way, they wouldn't be anywhere near each other and they wouldn't be filming together. And you could see that that was legit. And, it's a perfect segue to send them over to the last resort because they're basically at their wits' end. And I noticed that one of them said something along the lines of, maybe this is over, but I really want to make this work. You have to say that line in order. That's like this, when you go to a secret club, you have to know the password. That's the password to get into the last resort. You have to say something along the lines of, this is like the worst thing that could happen to me. I think it's over, but I want to give it one last shot. Like that's the secret code to get into the last resort house. So that
Mm.
once she said that, I was like, oh well, it's sealed. It's sealed now. We're gonna see them again on the last resort.
I mean, I hope not, because I feel like that you could put a fork in that. Like, it's a waste of time. But then again, half the relationships on Last Resort are a waste of time.
Well, yeah,
Well,
most of the
yeah.
people on the last resort have basically already cut the other person completely out of their lives already, but we're just watching them go through the motions and re-break up for purposes of the
A
franchise.
check.
I don't know. Well, produce if any sharp people are listening, like I personally would don't want to see him on Last Resort. Go ahead and put Kara on like Single Life if you need to, but I don't really. I don't need to see them on Last Resort. Just more. It'll be so predictably boring and a waste of time.
I agree. There's no need for any of that.
I
So
I just don't think a last resort should exist if we know what the couple like, what's going on with the couples anyways, so
Yeah, true. All right, let's
well,
go. I guess let's go to the. Speaking of couples where we know what's going on, I guess let's go to Jasmine and Gino.
yeah, so Jasmine invited Gino over to her baby daddy's house to tell him that she was moving to Florida with her baby daddy with a baby that they had made or whatever. And I thought it was really interesting the way she spent the first like 5 minutes of that gaslighting Gino into making it seem like he was a bad person before
Mhm.
she revealed to him that she was pregnant by someone else and was moving out of state. Because I was like, that's like the last moment that you get to gaslight him because at that point you have no leg to stand on because you're literally pregnant by another man, which you said you didn't want to have kids with Gino. So now all of your lies have finally hit the fan. So she used that 5 minutes to victimize herself one more time and make it seem like this is all Gino's fault and I'm just this innocent person. Oh, by the way, I'm pregnant.
Yeah, and even when like Gino at the end of it was like, "Well, have a nice life," and she's like, "I will."
Well, yeah, she made it as though I'm the victim in this. And I'm like, how are you the victim? And it's like, I know that they both have accountability, but if we're taking score, Jasmine did more messed up things than Gino did.
Mhm.
Right? Like, so if we're taking score, she would win because she did messed up thing after messed up thing after messed up thing. Because she's not just pregnant, she went to an event to break up Gino and his girlfriend. So Gino can't have a girlfriend, but she can be pregnant
Mhm.
by somebody else. Like, if we're keeping score, because they both messed up, but Jasmine's in the lead. Like, she gets the succubus trophy, right? Like, she gets the I'm a horrible person trophy. Like, what was her name? Libby's like, you called my husband a horrible person. Well, he is, and so is Jasmine. Like, they're both in the same category. Like, you can't get mad for someone telling the truth. The truth is the truth, and Jasmine is definitely the winner of that.
Yeah, and then when Gino left after that little meeting, Jasmine says, "But I could never hate him." And then my tweet was, "Jasmine could never hate Gino. Yeah, the same way Julia could never have kids."
Oh, that was good. That was good because I tweeted something too about that, and I tweeted a quote of her where she was like, "My final decision is no kids for me, final or forever." And then underneath that, I put also Julia, and it was a picture of her birth announcement. So
Mhm.
yeah, I love that because I was like, look at these people lying through their teeth for the storyline. Like, look at these liars.
True. And then I did a post where I said, I think you saw that. Because, well, you can't really call a sugar baby having a baby. So I said, breaking news, the sugar baby is going to have a sugar cube.
Ah, sugar cube. What were those candies that they had a candy called a sugar daddy, didn't they?
Oh,
So
yeah, I think so, yeah.
yeah,
The
the sugar.
caramel ones, caramel or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be the smallest. That would be the sugar cube. I like that. I like that. It's very fitting. It's very
Yeah, oh,
fitting.
did you, like, it's not related to Happily Ever After, but I think I texted y'all, but, like, I don't know if it was, like, a goof or something. Yeah, but somebody sent me something from, like, Jasmine's social media where it was, like, a doll she made of, like, of Matilda, like a doll version, and I was like, I hope that's not serious or something.
Oh no, it's an app that people are using. I've been seeing it on Facebook a lot. It's just an app where you take a picture of you and they make a doll.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's just like a little thing. It's
Like
not
an
legit.
AI thing.
Yeah, it's not a real thing that they mail to your house or anything.
I don't know. Those pictures though had me. I was like, I hope she isn't gonna try to sell a doll of her kid because that's cringe.
She would,
Oh,
though.
I
Yeah.
mean, Jasmine would sell anything that anyone would buy. Like
Hmm.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I feel the same way about Yara. Like if she could get someone to buy it, she would sell it to you. So yeah, I wouldn't put it past her. But no, that was there's I don't know if it's like an application or I don't know how you get it, but because a bunch of people on my Facebook did it where they made themselves into a doll or whatever, which is a weird, creepy, strange thing that people are doing for some reason.
Hmm. But yeah, I agree. Yeah, she was gaslighting kind of Gino, and then she fucked up his relationship with like Natalie, and then yeah, said she's moving to Florida, and then said she's pregnant, and then Gino was devastated, and he still gets, and then she still shits on him every day on Instagram.
Well, yeah, and I think that in the moment where Gino was like, I thought she loved me, and I was like, look, Gino, I love you as much as the next person, but what part of her fucking mad every night says I love you? Like,
Mhm.
let's just be real. And I said this tonight on Twitter. I was like, I'm gonna start allocating a little bit of blame towards Gino because he should have divorced her and cut communication off with her like over a year ago, almost 2 years ago. So he facilitated an environment for her to do this. So
Mhm.
there's no reason why they should still have been married and she had the opportunity to do all these things as his wife. He should have divorced her right when things fell off because even Matt said last week he was like Gino or no, Jasmine and Matt were together longer than Gino and Jasmine were together. That should say a lot, right? Like if y'all have been living together longer than the actual married couple have been living together, why didn't he just file for divorce right when things fell apart? I didn't understand what he thought he was holding on to. Like, what's the point of having a wife that lives in
Mhm.
with another man? Just divorce her and cut ties. Like, why would you even want that in your life?
He should have
Mhm.
divorced her when she banged Dane in Panama.
Well, then she would have never got here. I don't think they were even
Well,
married.
too bad, so sad. Oh,
Yeah, they
that's what you
weren't
would have
even
said way
married then. That was
bad.
that was
Mhm.
before he even got here, and she denied it up until the what was it, the tell all where she said that Dane banged her better than Gino or something along those lines or something. I don't remember.
True. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to say on as far as Happily Ever After. Did you see her like haircut?
Yeah, I'm
Her
not.
AI haircut.
I'm not sold that that's real. Do you think that that's a real photo?
Well, in the SATs, they say like stick with your gut, right? Like your first response. Is that what they
Yes. Yeah.
say? So my first response was, yeah, it felt fake. But then when was digging around, I mean, I don't know. Initially, I said no, and then now I'm more on the side of yes. So but the SATs say stick with your first response. So
Well, my first response was it's fake. And
mm,
only because I think Jasmine is too vain of a
mhm,
person to do that. Here's my theory. I think that Jasmine is sick of us dragging her up and down the mud puddle
mhm,
because she's had it really bad, because of the things that she's done. People haven't had anything nice to say about her in years. And I think that she thinks by pulling a 2007 Britney, people will be like, oh, we got to leave her alone. She's, crashing out and she's hitting
mhm.
rock. We need to leave her alone. So I think her mindset is if I make it look like I'm crashing out and I can't take it anymore, people might leave me alone. I don't think that she actually shaved her head. I would need to see like a video of her talking with a
Yeah,
shave because
yeah. And
now
there's only like one
Hol-
photo. It's not like multiple photos.
Holding a
Um,
newspaper with today's date on it. That would be my proof.
yeah,
yeah,
I'm not sold. She's too vain. I think she spent, well, not her. Gino spent over $1,500 or $1,700 on hair extensions. She's too vain to do that, even in her darkest days. And I hate to say this, it's gonna sound really, really mean. She would shave Matilda's head before she shaved her own.
hmm
And I stand behind it. I said what I said. She is incapable of loving anything other than herself. So if she really crashed out, I think that she would shave that baby's head before she shaved hers.
She's very materialistic. So basically, fake boobs, fake booty, upside down booty. So I would no, she
yeah.
did
And then
not
also she like
shave her head.
what is it like? She said she had like alopecia or some shit.
Did she? I didn't know that. I mean, she has me blocked. I can't see her shit. So I don't
No,
know
no. I
if
mean,
she,
I thought that's like a doesn't. It's like a common 90-day canon that she like has like bald spots and shit. Remember, it was like part of the show.
maybe that's why she said that she liked to get those hair extensions or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, she might have alopecia. Um,
Let's see
but
in the chat. If anyone in the chat knows, let me know. Yeah,
but she
Pineapple Girl
shaved.
says yes. She allegedly has alopecia.
But when she posted that shaved head picture, shouldn't there have been bald spots?
Well, it's like
Because
one of those things that supposedly it's like when she's stressed out or something, then she'll like lose hair.
shouldn't she be stressed? She's like out here hoeing. Shouldn't she be stressed this whole time?
Well,
I
not
mean,
right now. She's like chilling. She's been lapping up the attention, so I don't think she's a stress right now.
oh, okay. I mean, I thought the whole time that people been dragging her name up and down the mud pile that she would have been stressed, but I guess no publicity is bad publicity, right? I guess so. I guess she's good.
Yeah, so no. But my point though, reason I brought that up is like, yeah, if you have alopecia where you have like a bald spot or something on the side of your head, you would think you would keep your hair long because then you could hide it easier. Like you could like style your hair properly and and hide it.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't want to sound insensitive, but until I see like a doctor's diagnosis that she has alopecia, I don't believe her.
Right.
I know that sounds mean, but she's always looking for a way to get sympathy out of people or for people to feel bad for her. So
hmm
I would need to know that it's legit because you know how there was that girl on the Real World who faked cancer because she wanted people to feel better. I'm not saying that Jasmine would do that, but I'm just saying that she reminds me of someone like that. That's just what I'm
hmm
saying. I feel like whatever she could say or do to get people to feel bad for her, she would do it. It's not above her.
Yeah, and like Lana says, alopecia causing bald spots. Most would shave bald, not short. So,
Yeah,
anyways,
I need to see a doctor's diagnosis. And I know that's a HIPAA violation in itself, but it's hard to believe people that are known for lying. Like it's just difficult.
mhm.
You can't take anything at face value anymore because they're just
No,
known for.
there's a reason I didn't repost the photo because like you ain't gonna do no April Fool shit on me in fucking September.
Yeah, I saw it and I immediately was like, this is not real. I'm sorry. It's just not. There's no way that a vain person like her would do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she wants people to leave her alone and stop being mean. And unfortunately, they're not. Like
Mhm.
you put all of your bad stuff out here for everybody to see. So people are going to continually drag you. It is what it is.
Mhm. Sure. All right. Any other things we wanted to say before we end it?
Oh, so Tiger, Lily, and Adnan weren't on. Did y'all miss them?
I didn't even
No.
realize they were not there.
Not even notice?
I forgot that
Yeah,
they're even on the season or whatever.
not only were they not on tonight, but there wasn't even a preview for them to be on next week.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that.
didn't.
I didn't notice and I didn't care.
That's funny because yeah, I don't look forward to their storylines. I actually dislike them. But I thought it was interesting that they weren't on tonight, and then for the previews for next week, they weren't even on those. So I was like, I wonder if we're not going to get as much of them this season as we thought, which I'm totally fine with. I'm not mad. But I was like, maybe there was something where, they're only going to be in the first part and then the end of the season or whatever. I don't know what their storyline was specifically. They haven't really focused on them enough for me to know what it was. I
Mhm.
think it was more so forcing her to convert. But at the end of the day, we've already seen her in full burqa, so we know what's going to happen. So I was like, wow, they're not even going to be on next week either. So maybe we don't have to watch as much of them as we thought.
Yeah, and then I guess what is it? I forget. Darcy, Stacy, the other sister is gonna come to
Oh,
Bulgaria.
Stacy and Loren, yeah, are going to show up in Bulgaria, just like
Yeah.
Darcy and Georgie crashed the last resort season with Stacy and Florian. So they're just doing vice versa. So
Hmm.
I don't think they're going to bring anything
Yeah.
usable, to the season. Not like just like they didn't bring anything to the last resort. But yeah, they're coming to crash the what was it, anniversary party? I think is what they said it was.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's not much to look forward to, like to be 100% honest. Like I was watching the preview for next week and I was like, I'm not really in a rush to watch that. So,
Yeah. I don't know. This season is very torturous.
Yeah, it's almost like that meme where it's a lady and there's a guy standing behind her and he's forcing her eyelids open and
Hmm.
she's like fighting him and like for like he's making her look at something, but he has her eyelids and he's like pulling them open and she's fighting him. That's what I feel like we're doing this season. Like I'm strapped down and there's someone behind me with their hands peeling my eyelids open and I'm being forced to watch Brandon and Julia get married again when I didn't want to watch them get married the first time. Like I feel like
Hmm.
we're just tortured into seeing something that we just didn't want. Right? Like forcing, back in the day when you had a favorite song, but it was your car, so you would force everyone in your car to listen to your favorite song and there was nothing they could do about it because they were locked in your car and you were moving. I feel like that's kind
Hmm.
of what we're doing right now.
True. And then you remind me. This is this is random and not related, but you're like a big Michael Jackson fan.
I wouldn't say like a big Michael Jackson fan. I'm a Michael Jackson fan.
Yeah.
Um, I don't think there's more than two songs he made that I dislike, but I wouldn't say that I'm like a super fan or anything, but I do like Michael Jackson.
Okay. Well, I posted. Well, do you know who Corey King is?
No, should I? I don't know. I don't
I
know
think
that.
she was on like one of those drag race shows, whatever.
What's
Do
her
you
name?
know
Say it again.
Corey King?
Yeah, I don't think I know what that is.
Okay, well, I think she was on one of those like RuPaul drag race shows. But anyway, I tweeted it out. This is like not related to 90 Day Fiance, but I tweeted out anyway, she's like one of those drag chicks from the drag race show. So anyway, she dressed up as like Michael Jackson at the Emmys at the red carpet. So once you're done with this show, go watch the video. It's on my Twitter.
Oh, I think I saw that actually, because it
True.
showed up on my timeline. The person definitely looked like Michael Jackson in that video that you posted.
Hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it. Just a little
Yes.
too,
Anyways,
Michael was
that's a little random thing to watch after the show.
interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I guess the Emmys were on
Mm.
tonight. So 90 Day Fiance had some competition tonight
Yeah.
because Emmys are a big deal. I don't know if people realize all of the TV shows and stuff that we're watching. They go through the Emmys. So I was like, ooh, is anybody gonna be tweeting tonight? Because the Emmys is like a big competition for 90 Day Fiance, and I did notice the tweets were quite light tonight.
Yeah, the like numbers were kind of light.
Yeah, I
Well, that's
was like,
because we're watching bullshit. Like, if I knew the Emmys were on, well, then, but here we
Mhm.
are.
True. All right.
yeah.
Well, I think that's good enough for this show. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't have anything to add. There wasn't a lot to work with tonight. But tomorrow, fun thing tomorrow is we're meeting some more new people on the other way tomorrow. And I saw the preview for one guy and I saw him playing with like a model boat. So this should be fun. I feel like there's a lot of mud to drag people this coming season. So I'm ready. I'm ready to start dragging people up and down the mud pile.
Yeah. What was the one chick in the previous? Was like she met on like vegan Tinder or something, and I didn't know there was a vegan Tinder.
I know, neither did I. What the hell? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, I'm just ready. It's almost like the jokes are writing themselves. I'm just ready. I'm ready. My fingers ready to go. Like, they
Like,
don't even,
I feel like I need to join and lie about being a vegan. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like vegans are kind of annoying
Hmm.
because they're like, so, who's a vegan? Jasmine.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so when you think about that, it's like, do you want to date a vegan? They're kind of annoying. And when I was
yeah.
friends with her, she was always talking about the vegan stuff. Like that was like our cop topic of conversation sometimes. So no offense to any vegans who might be listening. You're amazing and you're probably way more healthier than me. But I don't know if I would lie just to get on vegan Tinder.
True. Well,
Yeah, the
anyways, that.
apps are called Veggly, Veggly, or Grazer.
Hmm.
I don't know
True.
why grape sounds like something a little more nasty.
Risque. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but when I heard that, it
Mm.
sounded like something a little more nasty.
No, I think you're thinking of like Glazer.
Oh, maybe I am because I was like, "Ooh, that don't sound right."
Yeah, that's a whole nother app, I'm sure. Anyway,
Yeah, that's a whole nother situation.
yeah.
Get your mind out of the gutter, George.
Well, I was like, "Ooh, that sounds a little
Yeah, that sounds
nasty."
like the sister app to Grinder.
Yeah, that sounds a little like something you wouldn't tell people about.
Yeah,
And there's
true.
a 50-year-old stripper coming up too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We
that
gotta we
sounds.
gotta figure out what like if there's a strip club
Oh
scene
yeah, I know,
and
I
find the
know,
Yeah,
strip
I
club.
that's the,
know.
the very next thing we're gonna work on is getting reviews from the whatever club this 50-year-old stripper is dancing at. We're already on
Maybe
it.
we've already done reviews for it and we just
Yeah.
don't know it.
We've definitely talked about a lot of old strippers that came out of the nursing home.
This is true. This is true. We may have already discussed it, but yeah, don't worry. We're on top of it. We'll figure that out. And strippers are right along our alley, so this will be a fun recap when we do get to meet this stripper.
True. All right. Well, I think this ends a fine, succinct episode. And no, yeah, everyone go back and listen to our Friday episode. It was like 3 hours long, but I recommend listening at around 1.5x speed on Spotify or Apple. And we interviewed Manny Perez, who's like a writer, filmmaker, actor. So check that out. It was like a special treat. And that's about it.
Yeah, go do that, please. It was an amazing episode. It was funny the second time around. I listened again. So yeah, make sure you go listen. Thanks for listening tonight. And I apologize in advance for the boring show that y'all had to endure for Happily Ever After tonight. But we're not part of the production team for that show, but I'm apologizing for them.
Yeah,
True.
we're all in this together.
Yeah, we took one for the team too tonight.
Yeah. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get with y'all tomorrow night. My goal is, my goal is to start around like 11 p.m. maybe, and then be done by like midnight because it's like a school night for me. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
let's shoot for that because you were a little late tonight.
True.
Because
But earlier than usual.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Usually I'm like
earlier
an hour, I start an hour late. I was, you know what I mean?
to give a little insight, I did a live recap before this. So just to put a little insight on that.
True.
So
Anyways,
hopefully we'll be a little earlier tomorrow so we can get it all done because I feel like there'll be more conversation to be had tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, I'll do my outro now. Thank you everybody for listening to 90 Day Fiance Fridays on a.
On a
Sunday.
Sunday.
All right, peace out, everybody.
Peace
Peace
out,
out. Good
everybody.
night.